in physical education. In light of the 2010 Australian Open currently being played in Melbourne, it is a good time to look at women in sport and how in an educational setting that the differences between sexes can be taught, comprehended and hopefully changed. Keeping with the Australian Open, it is unbelievable that only 4 years ago in 2006, women were paid equally to men for the first time, winning any of the 4 Grand Slam events. Venus Williams, former world number 1, made a statement regarding equality in tennis. She said, "This is not just about women's tennis, but about women all over the world." Williams also said, "Women would like to have equal prize money to prove that they are equal on all fronts." Sport is a fundamental part of our national identity. This bias is therefore sweeping across our country and no one is safe. Think about the popular Aussie sports: cricket, AFL, league, golf, all male dominant. So why is it that popular female sports, swimming, tennis and gymnastics, all have dominant male counterparts, and netball, the sole female sport, has lower dedicated television time, public interest and uniforms that leave little to the imagination? Women in sport is a pressing issue that needs to be addressed to our students, as they are our future generation and they can alter this ideology that women are less superior. This bias in our community leads to segregation and difference. For example, educational materials such as these alarming statistics from Miss Elizabeth Casey can be used. 28% of 25 to 34-year-old females participate in sport compared to 50% of their male counterparts. 1.4% of radio coverage is female sport related, and 2% of TV coverage is female sport related. 1/6 of sports dedicated to newspaper is related to female sport. Complying with this statistic, let's look at this newspaper. On the back page here we have sport, and of course it's all male dominated. We turn over a page, it's still male dominated. We turn over another page, still male dominated. Turn over yet another page, the third page back, and we finally have sight of female sports. It can be used as a teaching material in class time to reinforce the difference and dominance of genders in sport. It is essential for both males and females to participate in sport for health, well-being and social interaction. Having 41% of high school girls participate is outshadowed by the 60% of boys playing. Female participation needs to be of fundamental importance in secondary schooling physical education classes. Teaching the difference between sexes in sport can be taught twofold, as there is both a practical and theory part of physical education class. Firstly, I will discuss the implications of women in sport to the theory side of the curriculum. The students need to be aware of all facets relating to this Australian issue, and I believe this can be achieved by the following teaching material. It is suggested for teachers to teach students by means of providing information in a direct and explicit manner, use of video resources and numerous supporting handouts. For students to grasp this information, a research assessment piece will further extend their knowledge on the gender differences in Australia in sport. One particular lesson plan may include the sports news segment at night and class discussions centred around questions such as the following. Today in class we're going to be discussing the following questions. Why do females wear revealing uniforms? Why is it NRL is more TV friendly than netball? And why do you think it took until 2006 to offer equal prize money for women in tennis for winning Grand Slams? These questions evoke students to think about how the gender differences in sport affect their own personal societies. Through practical episodes, it is suggested for teachers to firstly observe a co-ed class playing a sport such as hockey. Naturally, the males will dominate the game. After some time, bring the class together to alert them the gender differences in their game. Propose questions as to why females were isolated from main play and how, as a group, they can render this lack of equality. By students personally providing solutions inside the classroom, they may further carry this intervention to further aspects of their lives and understand the importance of gender equality. Another role of teachers is to eliminate derogatory words and comments like "you throw or catch like a girl" from their classes. This negative stereotyping does not support equity in sport. Tennis is part of Australia's sporting culture. It is great to see the sport that has created an even playing field, or court if you will. This equity needs to move into other areas such as endorsements, sponsorships, media coverage and so on. By teaching our children of these differences, one day there might be a change for the better. This is Thomas McInerney reporting for Education Australia.